Gas, groceries, services, all costing more right now, and rent is joining the ranks too. In fact, real estate website Redfin says that rent rose 14% last year nationwide. And some of you here in Charlotte have reached out to us saying you are feeling the sting. You want to know if there are legal limits to those rent hikes you're seeing. WCNC Charlotte's Megan Bragg verifies.
It started with this email from Alonzo Roberts. He told us his rent is increasing and he's wondering if the apartment complex can legally raise his rent 30%.
So that was my question, if it's illegal. And
so we reached out to Alonzo. Alonzo tells us his apartment complex is now under new management.
I've been in this property now as of, 5 years? And we was bought out once. And then now I think Cushman feels probably the third, if I'm correct.
So let's take a look at this question. When your lease is up, can the landlord raise the rent as much as they want? Let's verify. Our source is Kim Graham, Executive Director of the Greater Charlotte Apartment Association, North Carolina Landlord Tenant Law, and Mecklenburg County. According to the latest data from Mecklenburg County, the average monthly rent in Charlotte is $1,501. Kim Graham, who works with apartment complexes in Charlotte, says many places are raising prices.
RealPage is reporting that the increase in rent is around 9.5%. That's for the last 6 months. And so if you double that, that's about 18.5%, 19% that we're seeing.
But are landlords allowed to raise prices that much?
They own it. And so there are no laws. There's no statutory law in place here. There are only a few states in the United States that have rent control, as it would.
North Carolina is not a rent-controlled state. We went through the 6 pages of North Carolina landlord-tenant laws, and there are no restrictions on rent increases.
It's typical for year-over-year rent increases to happen.
But Graham says increases of this magnitude are unusual. She tells us it's a perfect storm because of inflation, the pandemic, and landlords trying to play catch-up from the eviction moratorium, which allowed renters who were struggling to pause their rent payments.
Apartment owners experienced a $26.6 billion loss, billion with a B. So you talk about $170 million that has to be recouped by apartment communities in Mecklenburg County alone.
So we can verify that because North Carolina is not a rent-controlled state. Yes, when your lease is up, landlords can raise the rent as high as they want.
So will we continue to see these large increases? Well, Graham says things should even out within the next few years. There are resources if you are struggling to pay your rent. We have those on our website, WCNC.com. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.